Tariq and Asha spent the next few weeks with a heavy heart. They were in different schools now. The teachers were kind, trying their best to help them adjust to their new routines. But no matter how much they tried to focus on their lessons, the sadness never really left them. It felt like a piece of their lives had been taken away, and there was no way to get it back. Tariq sat in his new classroom, looking out the window. He could hear the sound of the birds singing outside, but he couldn't focus. He missed Asha. She was the one who made him laugh when things got tough. Now there was a silence inside him, one that he couldn't shake. Every day felt empty without her. At lunch, Tariq sat alone under a big tree in the schoolyard, eating his sandwich slowly. He remembered all the fun they used to have by the river, laughing about silly things and sharing dreams about the future. He missed those days. He wanted to tell Asha how much he missed her, but they couldn't talk to each other now, not like they used to. Asha, on the other hand, wasn't doing any better. At her new school, everything felt strange. The children there didn't know her the way the kids in her old school did. She was quieter now, not laughing as much, and it was hard for her to make new friends. She kept thinking about the moment when she and Tariq had been separated. It felt like something inside her had broken, and no matter how much she tried to pretend it didn't hurt, it did. One afternoon after school, Asha sat by the river. The cool water flowed by, just like it always did, but it didn't make her feel calm anymore. She thought about Tariq, wondering if he missed her as much as she missed him. Asha picked up a small stone and tossed it into the river, watching the ripples spread out. She wished she could turn back time, to the days when everything felt simple and happy. Tariq, too, came to the river on his way home from school. He walked along the bank, his feet brushing the grass. But his mind was elsewhere. He couldn't stop thinking about Asha. He wished he could talk to her, tell her he was sorry for everything that had happened. But he didn't know how. His mother had explained everything to him about the right way to understand the world. But it still didn't make him feel better. He didn't understand why he had to be apart from his friend, the one person who had always been there for him. As he stood by the water, Tariq heard a voice behind him. It was soft, familiar, and it made his heart skip a beat. Tariq! It was Asha. She was standing a few feet away, her face sad but hopeful. Tariq turned around quickly, surprised to see her there. Asha, what are you doing here? I was thinking about you, Asha said, her voice barely above a whisper. I miss you. I miss our old days. Tariq looked down at the ground, not sure what to say. I miss you too, Asha. I don't know why this had to happen. I don't know what to do. Asha took a few steps closer. I think we need to learn about what happened together. Maybe we can understand it better, Tariq. We can't change it, but we can still grow, right? Tariq looked at her, surprised by how much wisdom Asha seemed to have, even though she was younger. You're right, he said softly. I don't want to forget you, Asha. I never will. They stood together by the river, not saying anything for a while. The sound of the water seemed to calm them both, as if the river itself was giving them a little peace. They didn't need to speak. They both understood. They had been through something difficult, but they would come out stronger. Days passed and Tariq and Asha began to find their new rhythm, though the sadness still lingered. They both focused on their schoolwork, trying to forget, but they never really could. Every time they passed the river, their minds would drift back to the days when they were together, when the world felt safe and easy. But something changed. Slowly, they both began to learn more about the world. Tariq's teacher spoke to him about respect, boundaries, and what it meant to grow up. Asha's teacher did the same for her. It wasn't easy, but they began to understand things they hadn't before. The feeling of discomfort they had felt before seemed to make more sense now. They learned that some things were for grown-ups, and they needed to be careful about how they learned about those things. Though they didn't see each other every day like before, they began to write letters to each other. They shared their thoughts, their dreams, and their lessons. The letters helped keep their bond strong, and over time, their hearts began to heal. One evening, as the sun began to set and the sky turned a soft orange, Tariq stood by the river again. This time, he wasn't sad. He was thinking about everything he had learned, about Asha, about his mother, and about growing up. Just then, he felt something. It was a tap on his shoulder. He turned around quickly, and there stood Asha, smiling shyly. "I missed you, Tariq," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "I think we're going to be okay." Tariq smiled back, a feeling of peace washing over him. "I think so too, Asha. I think we're going to be okay."